Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's RFG back at it today, and I'm here to give you a pretty short video going into detail about more about this Kemetic alchemy and this information pertaining to the energy behind every precious metal on this planet. Okay, every single metal and element on this planet originated billions of years ago when Saturn was this Earth star. Okay, that was back when Tiamat and Maldek were their own planets. Okay, because this Earth was formed after the death of Tiamat and Maldek. So I'm gonna list off these 23 major elements in the human body. Okay, number one, of course, is oxygen. Number two, carbon. Okay, three, hydrogen, then nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, chlorine, magnesium, sulfur, selenium, fluorine, chromium, iodine, cobalt, zinc, iron, copper, nickel, silver, gold, and platinum. Okay, all of these elements I just listed are what makes up humans on this planet. The 23 major elements that make up humans on this planet. Okay, we all have these precious metals inside of us with more than enough energy to conduct electricity, okay, to perform telekinesis, to perform telepathy, to levitate, okay? We all have this power inside of us, but, you know, we first have to have knowledge of self before we can really learn how to use these elements to our benefit. You see what I'm saying? To achieve godhood, okay? Because this is what our ancestors were capable of. They knew what elements they had inside of them. They knew the power of each of these elements, and they used it to their advantage, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So I'm going to be delving into these particular activities that we can all take part in. You see what I'm saying? To increase our chances of performing one of those abilities I just listed. Okay, that's going to be in the near future. This video is just going to be the basics. Okay, I just listed these 23 elements, major elements that make up the human body. These are two elements that are extremely harmful. No matter how much get in the human body, they're always going to be harmful. Okay, one of them is going to be lead. Okay, one of these elements is going to be lead. The other one is going to be mercury. Okay, now lead is a substance that comes directly from the planet, the fallen star Saturn. Okay, that is ruled by lead. Okay, and I'm going to be touching on that really soon, so just stay tuned and listen very carefully. Okay, Mercury right here, of course, the metal mercury comes from the planet Mercury, because when Saturn was Sirius D, okay, Mercury was orbiting around Saturn, Tiamat and Maldek were orbiting around Saturn, okay, and Venus was also orbiting around Saturn. So Venus, Mercury, Tiamat, and Maldek, 4 planets were orbiting around Saturn, the 4th star of the Sirius star system. Okay, Saturn was Sirius D, the 4th star. Okay, so once again, when we say elements, EL, when we say elements, the prefix of that is EL, which is Saturn. Okay, the planet Saturn, responsible for all of the elements on the Earth, because the Earth was originally Tiamat and Maldek orbiting around Saturn. Okay, so once again, the elements on Earth are directly linked to the planet Saturn, the fallen star Saturn, Sirius D. Okay, that's why we say elements, because they all originate with L, Saturn. Okay, there were originally 7 stars that were birthed out of this Milky Way galaxy. There were 7 stars. Four of them were Sirius. Okay, the Sirius star constellation. Saturn was Sirius D. So you had Sirius A, B, C, and D, and Saturn was D. So you originally had 4 stars from Sirius and 3 stars from Orion. Okay, that give you the original 7 stars birthed out in this galaxy. Okay, this is why the letter L and the number 7 are directly linked. Okay, they're directly linked with one another. 7 is the mirror image of the L. Okay, because let me tell you something. 7 is the fallen L's. Let me repeat that. The 3 stars that came, that formed Orion, and the 4 stars that formed Sirius, when they were birthed into this galaxy, that was after our ancestors basically had a war going on in the 5th dimension, on a 5th dimensional level. Okay, on a 5th dimensional planet, they had a war that broke out, and when Saturn was expelled and fell into a gas planet, okay, that is when this galaxy was formed. That is when this Milky Way galaxy was formed. Okay, so the L, so Saturn is the L. We can see the L. Remember, the original language, there were no vowels. The original language, there were no vowels. So when you say elements, L, the L god, Saturn, L, that is literally the letter L. Okay, so what happened? The letter L, Saturn, turned upside down into this dimension, into this galaxy. So when L turned upside down, he turned into a 7. Okay, 4 stars of Sirius, 3 stars of Orion. Okay, the L god, the L gods, and all of his followers turned upside down. They turned upside down. Even the ones that were fighting against him, okay? Some of them fell into this 3rd dimensional state as well. Okay, so this is how we get this opposing image of the letter L and the number 7. They are directly linked with one another, and they are the reflection. They are the polar opposite reflection of one another. The L's turned upside down into this galaxy and formed 7. When you turn an L upside down, you get a 7. That's why, people, they put it right in front of our faces. 7 original stars birthed out in this galaxy that are responsible for all of the electromagnetism and all of the elements in this galaxy. 4 stars from Sirius, 3 stars from Orion. Okay? This stuff is deeper than we can possibly imagine. When we do the research, the elements on the major ones that make up our human body and that are on this earth, okay, they each come from a different object in our solar system. The element iron, that is responsible for turning our blood red. Okay, the biggest concentration of a metal in our blood is iron, and that iron originates from the planet Mars. Iron originates from the planet Mars. When you look at the alchemy list on the alchemy metal chart that our ancestors used, the symbol for iron is basically going to be the same for the symbol of Mars, okay? Because the metal iron comes directly from Mars. Gold, the metal gold, comes directly from our sun, from gases that are emitted by our sun. Gold starts out in a gas state. That's what the government keeps secret, because we can create our own gold that way. Okay, it comes from waves of radiation that come from the sun, okay, that are formed in our atmosphere. Okay, that is where gold originates from, our sun. The moon, okay, the metal silver originates from the moon. It originates from our moon. Okay, the metal copper originates from Venus. And another interesting thing about copper is that besides gold, copper is the best conductor of electricity on this planet. And it's funny, that makes copper the second most valuable metal on the planet. And it's funny, out of all of the metals that the coins that our government made out of coins, they made copper the most least valuable. Our government made copper the most least valuable, and they turned the copper coins into the pennies that are only worth 1 cent. But copper is highly conductive, okay? And it definitely helps your aura out as well, as far as the health of our auras. Okay, so we have gold, silver, and copper. Okay, copper is right up there with gold and silver as far as its value. And, you know, the government definitely tries to keep that secret. Copper in our bodies definitely makes us healthier people. Just like gold and silver. Colloidal silver and colloidal gold. The copper would definitely help our blood circulation and our longevity of life. Okay, so copper comes from Venus. Quicksilver, aka Mercury, comes from what else than the planet Mercury. Okay, that's where this particular element originated from. Mercury comes from Mercury. Quicksilver comes from Mercury. Tin, the metal tin, comes from Jupiter or one of the moons of Jupiter. Okay, tin, like the tinfoil hats, tinfoil, the tin, that originates from Jupiter or one of the moons orbiting around Jupiter. Okay, Saturn, lead, originates from Saturn. And notice that lead is poisonous, just like Saturn was to humanity. Okay, lead is a poisonous element. No matter how much of the lead is in our system, it's going to be considered poisonous and toxic. Okay, and notice this word lead, lead. Lead looks like lead, and it originates from Saturn, which was the original leader. Yeah, the original leader. Saturn was the original leader of the angels, of the Aels, of the Ang of Aels. Saturn was the original leader, so its metal is lead, which looks like lead, because it's coming from the original leader, okay, of the cosmos that turned against the creator and was birthed out in this Milky Way galaxy. Okay, right here we have the metal aluminum. The metal aluminum that originates from Uranus. Here are all the symbols for the planetary objects in our solar system. Okay. Okay, right here, just so everybody can see, aluminum originates from the planet Uranus. Also, aluminum, illuminated, having illumination, being illuminated. That means having high intelligence. Uranus rules our brain's ability to hold intelligence. That's why the motto of Uranus and Aquarius is I know. It's I know. Okay? Because it has to do with intelligence. And the metal that originates from Uranus is aluminum. Aluminum, being illuminated. An illuminated one. Uranus. Okay? We are in the age of Uranus and Aquarius right now, the age of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, right here, Neptune. The metal that originates from Neptune is platinum. It is platinum. Okay, which is a where silver actually originates from platinum, because platinum is a much stronger, much more durable metal. Okay, so silver originates from platinum. Pluto, okay, steel and magnesium. Steel and magnesium originate from Pluto. They come from the planet Pluto. Okay? Because if you do your research, Pluto rules Scorpio. Scorpio rules magnetism. Magnesium is directly linked to the magnetic pull of our auras, and that steel, that magnesium, originates from the planet Pluto. Okay, this is what the information that they do not want us to know, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we're gonna get deep. Ladies and gentlemen. These are the four major symbols of alchemy. These are the four major symbols of alchemy right here. So when we talk about alchemy, we're talking about the essence of our existence in this dimension. When we talk about alchemy, we're talking about the overall essence of our existence in this dimension, which have to do with the four, there goes that number 4 again, with the four major elements in this universe, which is earth, solid objects, air, okay, gas objects, fire, okay, highly conductive objects like electricity and fire that are basically a point of energy, okay, that would be fire, and then water, okay, so earth, air, fire, and water, the four major elements of this third dimension, okay. So this is what alchemy is all about. Basically, when we talk about human life, our aura is all four of these symbols combined, okay? All four of these energies combined makes our aura. We have a piece of our aura that connects us to our planet Earth, okay? So this is the symbol. This is the symbol, how do you say it? The alchemetic symbol for earth, the alchemetic symbol for air, the alchemetic symbol for fire, the alchemetic symbol for water. But this is what a lot of people miss. These two symbols for water and earth are turned upside down. They're turned upside down. They're triangles, but they're triangles turned upside down. Because when you're dealing with water and earth, you're dealing with the physical existence, your physical existence. Okay? So the triangle is turned upside down. When you're dealing with water, you're dealing with your emotional existence. Your emotional existence. Okay, so these are two triangles turned upside down. When you look at air and fire, these symbols in alchemy, these are higher consciousness. These are dealing with higher consciousness of our existence. Air is dealing with our mental existence. Fire is dealing with our spiritual existence, because these are the triangles that are turned upright, pointed towards the heavens. Okay, these are our higher consciousness of existence, air and fire. Air is the mental existence. Fire is the spiritual existence. And these are positively charged pieces of our aura because they're pointed upright towards the heavens. Okay? These pieces of our aura, earth and water, are turned upside down. So these are naturally negatively charged pieces of our aura. The earth triangle, the water triangle, turned upside down. The ones turned right side up are fire and the spiritual aspects of our existence. These are literally pieces of our aura that are orbiting around us as we speak, okay? And this is going to be mind-blowing information right here. When you combine the upright triangles of air and fire existence with the upside down triangles of physical and emotional existence, you get a Merkaba. You get a Merkaba light ship. Like, ladies and gentlemen, when you combine two upright triangles with two upside down triangles, okay, rotating around each other, those are the four fields. Those are the four alchemetic fields of energy orbiting around us to give us our aura and to manifest our Merkaba light ship around us. Okay, it is our fire existence, our spiritual existence, air, our mental existence, physical, earth, okay, and the water, emotional. Those are the two energy fields rotating downwards towards the earth. These are the two energy fields that are rotating upwards towards the heavens, okay? And when these two fields come together to create a human, you see the natural Merkaba that comes together when the upright triangles meet the upside down triangles to give us our aura field and our Merkaba. Okay, so once again, these two triangles right here represent our spiritual existence and mental existence. Positively charged means that this piece of our aura is pointed towards the heavens. These are the two pieces of our aura that are pointed towards the earth and the water on the earth. Okay, physical and emotional existence. When these two sets of energy come together to create us, that's what creates our Merkaba existence on this planet. Okay, also the Terra, the symbol for Terra is none other than the basketball symbol. Okay, this is the symbol for Terra, the planet that we're living on right now. As we all can see, this can easily resemble either a baseball or a basketball. Okay, this is where we get the sport basketball, because in alchemy, when you look at alchemy symbols, these are the basic alchemy symbols, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and when you look at the basic alchemy symbols, the alchemy symbol for Terra is the basketball or the baseball, because that is the planet that we're living on, Terra. And this is where the Masons got the idea to form the basketball and the baseball, okay, after our ancestors' knowledge of the planet that we are living on, Terra. Okay, also, when we look at the infinity symbol, it is the sideways 8. Infinity means it's going on forever. It's going on forever and ever and ever and ever in cycles, okay? In this third dimension, life forms, basically, if they don't reach a certain vibration, they will never be able to reach a higher dimension, okay? A higher realm of existence. They'll never be able to reach it because they'll be stuck in this cycle of reincarnation in this third dimension. That is infinity. Okay, that is what's so symbolic about the number 8, about the 8. When you turn the 8 sideways, you get the alchemetic symbol of infinity. Okay, souls reincarnating, turning into different energy forms forever in the same third dimension. But this is what they didn't want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. The 8 is nothing but a piece of our DNA. Let me repeat. The 8 is nothing but a piece of our DNA that has been closed off and concealed and blocked off. Okay? The 8 is a small piece of our DNA chain. It is a small piece of our DNA chain. So when our DNA is broken apart, okay, we won't be able to reach those higher states of consciousness, and we won't be able to fully activate our Merkaba light ship, because it all has to do with our DNA upgrades being on the same vibration as this universe. Okay? Because this earth is supposed to go into 5th dimensional state. And when it does that, it's going to split, just like the cells split inside of our body. Okay, there's going to be a dimensional split. And the ones that are stuck behind in 3rd dimension, that's where they're going to stay. The ones that are birthed into the new dimension are going to move on to a new Earth and a new section of the galaxy. Okay, they're going to go through the center of the Milky Way. This is what the game basketball, that's why basketball is so significant. The ball going through the hoop represents the Earth going through the center of the Milky Way, being birthed out into a whole different side of the galaxy in the 5th dimension. Okay? So that's why the number 8 is so significant. The number 8 is when the demons, is when the archons and the parasites break off a piece of your DNA chain so you don't get your proper DNA upgrades, okay, to move on to the next dimension. That's what the number 8 is. It's a small portion of your DNA chain. That's where you get the number 8, people. Okay? Also, when you look at this symbol in alchemy, the octagram, look up the octagram. Octo means 8, an 8-pointed star. And it represents what? It represents creation. The octagram represents creation, ladies and gentlemen, because creation started for us in this third dimension, in the Saturnian matrix cycle. Okay? Where the symbol for it is an 8. So the octagram of creation is an 8-pointed star, basically symbolizing us being birthed into this Saturnian matrix. Okay? Human creation is seen through the octagram, being born into the Saturnian matrix, 8-pointed star. These are the alchemetic symbols of life and death. Now tell me this, why is the alchemetic symbol of life basically a light bulb turned upside down, or a head turned upside down? The alchemetic symbol of death is the light bulb or the head turned right side up. So when we're birthed into this third dimensional life, we fell from grace. We were turned upside down, just like Saturn. Okay? When we were birthed into this dimension, life, you see it right here, the alchemetic symbol of life, it is the head, the light bulb, turned upside down, because we fell into this third dimensional existence. Death, okay? Quote unquote, death. We are supposed to be ascending upwards into the astral realms, into the cosmos. Death. The alchemetic symbol of death is the light bulb in the head turned right side up, because we're supposed to be moving upwards in the astral realms, in the cosmos, after our soul leaves this body. Okay? That's why the alchemetic symbol of death is our head and our energy and our light bulb turned right side up, moving up. Okay? Just like these pieces, these positively charged pieces of our aura, the spiritual aspect of our existence, the mental aspect of our existence, fire and air, the fire and air pieces of our aura, they're positively charged, they're pointed up. They're pointed up to the cosmos. Then they meet up with the two aspects of our other forms of existence, which are earth and water, our physical existence and our emotional existence. These pieces of our aura are basically pointed towards the earth, okay? Lower consciousness pieces of our reality, and negatively charged pieces of our aura, ladies and gentlemen. When these two sets of energy come together, the triangles pointed up, the triangles pointed down, they enact our Merkaba light ship, ladies and gentlemen. Positive and negative, up and down, left and right, as above, so below. Okay? Also, before I get out of here, I want to make this clear for everyone watching this video. The English language is a curse, okay? The word God is really a dog, because the cursed bloodlines of this planet, the Zionist Jews, they have no neuromelanin. The ones in power, like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Knights of Malta, the Bilderbergs, the 13 richest families on the planet, okay? They worship Anubis, because that is their god. They are bound to this third dimension. So their goal is to keep us reincarnating into different energy sources here, so they can harness our energy and parasite off of our energy, people. They're going to keep us here with them. That is their main goal. So we don't reach those stargates and ascend on out of this third dimensional realm. Okay? That is why they called God a dog. You see, Their god that they pray to is the dog Anubis, god of the underworld. The underworld, okay? Anubis is Hades in Greece or Rome, okay? So that's where you get the word Pluto. Hades is the same god as Pluto. Okay, they got that from Anubis. And this is why the Disney dog named their dog Pluto, because that is Anubis. That Disney dog is really fucking Anubis, okay? Also, another thing that tells you that we're living in a backwards planet where everything we've ever been taught is backwards. What did the damn Jews name heaven? What did they name heaven? Oh, they named it Uranus. Uranus. They named heaven Uranus because if you look up the etymology of the word Uranus, it means heaven. It means heaven, ladies and gentlemen. So they can't go to this planet called Uranus because they have no neuromelanin that enacts their pineal gland, the melanin in their pineal gland. So they say that heaven, the place that they can't go, where the real gods are, where the real gods dwell, Uranus and the Sirius star system, they can't go there, so they call it Uranus. They call heaven Uranus. And they call their god a goddamn dog. Hidden in plain sight. I'm gonna have more videos delving into the curse of the English language and how our reality is basically in reverse through this English language, and how we can break the curse that has a lot of us under a spell, how we can break that, okay, by learning new languages, okay? But these are the two major words in this language that prove that the goddamn English language is a curse, okay? So that about sums up the information I had today. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG movement and Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, share this video. It's the Chosen One, man. I'm out.